One thing that Isaiah was saying is that a lot of your guys have different kind of strategies for how they offensive rebound, just kind of different ways of going up for it. How would you kind of describe it and some of the guys that are, really good at, attacking the ring?
On our guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if I know all their techniques. It's just something that we really, really try to emphasize. And guys have done a really good job of buying into it. Our numbers have been great. We grade it out every game. And sometimes even if you're, it's not necessarily how many you actually got, it was how much effort there was put into it. In our last game, for instance, our effort was pretty darn good. We didn't get as many as we usually do, so you got to credit East Carolina for that. But I don't know their techniques. We try to teach them a few things, but it's really more, we're just saying every single time we call them sharks. We need sharks going to the boards, and we've done a good job over the course of the year.
How do you grade it? Is there some sort of criteria?
Well, it's simple as this, is just the did you go or did you not? Did you give, when the shot went up, I'm a big believer in this. I learned it a long time ago that great teams, when a shot goes up, 5 guys are running somewhere, they're moving somewhere. And poor teams, the worst teams, just stand and watch the ball until it gets rebounded, And so we've really tried to emphasize. So all we're doing is saying, which 5 of the 5 guys, including the one getting back, we're actually in motion giving a strong effort to go to the boards. That's how we grade it. You either did or you didn't, and then you get a percentage at the end.
We asked Isaiah about the difference between the first half and second half the other day, and he echoed something that you've said after a couple of games about your guys getting a little bit comfortable when they get a lead. Other than simply harping on it day after day, is there anything you can do to help tighten that up?
Other than, if harping on it doesn't work, hopefully losing a game does. You hate to lose a game to learn a lesson, but on the other hand, when you do lose a game, you hope like crazy. You learn lessons that you didn't just lose the game. I loved our team the first half. Even at the start of the game, we got down. They were so excited. It was a big game for them, and had their best crowd of the year, and they were just making shots, but we were guarding them. We were playing hard, and we got down. I felt great even then, and then we had a great. I loved how we played the first half, and honestly, just really very, very disappointed in the second half. We came out the second half exactly the wrong way, defensively, offensively. We took bad shots. Worse than that, we didn't guard at all. Got them back in the game, and now, took back control even late. We had a 5-6 point lead inside of 2.5 minutes, and played poorly defensively down that stretch. So it was a very disappointing second half. Loved us in the first half, but it's not a first half game. It's a second half game, and I hope that maybe the message is a little stronger. We have not done well when we get ahead. We have not. We turn into a little bit of a different team, and we have all year. And a lot of times we still obviously manage to win, but that's not a good personality for us, and we need to hope that we learn that.
What does this Houston game mean for you guys in terms of, this would be the best team you've played, chance for the best win? How much does it mean for you guys, you feel like?
Well, I think that I don't want to ever overplay a game because they're all going to count the same, but certainly it is a great opportunity game because, just as you said, they're an outstanding team in a venue that they don't lose very many games there. It would be obviously a huge plus for postseason moving forward. There are no must-wins yet or anything, but it is a big opportunity game. And it is a big opportunity game because the task is so difficult, and so it'll be a great challenge.
Are they significantly different than the UH team that you played last year?
Not in personality. They're a better offensive rebounding. They're a better rebounding team, period, and they've been great. For a couple of years now. That's what they do best. They do a lot of things really well, but personality-wise, just different people, but playing basically the same way. Just a number of different guys, a lot of guys back as well, but same kind of, like I said, personality. That's all I can think of. That's what you're facing, what we faced last year.
Someone like Isaiah, I mean, he had such a good year. I'm curious if you think there's anybody on your roster that, could fight the next level or might, I know it's so far from now, but, might test the waters even after this year.
Well, I hope everyone. I mean, I'm pulling for everybody
Yeah.
and that's part of what we talk about is I think my job is not just to coach basketball while they're here. I mean, I think my job is to also try to give them the best opportunity. One, I take serious. I try to teach them as much about life as I possibly can because I know when I was in college, I had no idea what it was like not to be on scholarship and have somebody holding my hand all the time and being taken care of and every bill paid and all the things. I didn't have an idea then, and so I try to tell them what the real world is like and how you have to act and how you have to work and how you have to think and your body language and your productivity and maturity and all those things. So we try to prepare them the best we can for when they're gone, and every one of them wants to play professionally. And we're very proud. We've had, in the last 3 years, we've got 4 NBA players and 9 or 10 other guys playing professionally in some other fashion. So my hope is they all go play at some level. And, obviously the NBA is a difficult one, but I think it's great if they're dreaming that way and as long as they're working the way you need to get there.
Against East Carolina, I think Jolly, Shagwa, and Davis shot a combined, 25% or something like that. Was it a case of just shots weren't falling that night, or were they maybe forcing shots from different angles or looks?
I think we took a number of not so great shots. I was disappointed in that. But even had we, my thing is, if we're taking good shots and they don't go in, I got no problem with that. You got to win on the defensive end. We didn't. Our second half defense wasn't good enough to win that game. It's, again, very, very disappointing. But I think they know that our shot selection at the same time when our defense was weakened, we probably took a number of ill-advised shots as well, and so hopefully we learn from that too.
You've always talked about the importance of rebounding, and Isaiah was saying that Houston is one of the best, if not the best rebounding team in the country.
Yeah.
Anything different in terms of the approach of how to get to the boards Wednesday night?
The thing we got to do is block them out. It's their offensive boards. When we're on our offensive boards, we got to try to obviously, steal as many possessions. But that's what we're very good at. But they've been better than us. I want to say they're number 1 in offensive rebounding. That means you got to play very physical. You have to play very, very physical to beat them. And if you don't, you won't beat them. So that's what we've been working on, and hopefully it will show Wednesday night.